realize that this music was this long this time.
Long as Lord knows what, child. It was
I didn't
grooving though.
know. I didn't know it was this long this time around. But I like it though. I like it. Josiah did this thing with that. But
It's cute. It's cute.
what's going on, y'all? We here for another episode of Roast and Review. Tonight is me and T in the building, but it's not just me and T in the building because we actually have a surprise for you guys. Don't we, T? We got a surprise for them today.
Who the surprise?
Who the surprise is? Who the surprise
Come on
is?
now. Who is it?
The surprise, I'm about to bring the surprise in. So, with that being said, you guys, let's bring in our surprise.
I'm dead. Child,
Hi,
I
y'all.
would go up even more, but I got a headache. But don't worry, I took a BC powder. I'm gonna get you later.
Listen, I'd have been to the dentist today, and they told me that the reason why my mouth been hurting is stress related, honey. I already, child, I never heard of nothing like that before in my life. But
Y'all. Hey.
we missed you
Hey,
too,
twin. We missed you too.
Y'all, I know y'all
Everybody
missed
been asking about you. We was reminiscing.
Yes, we
They
were.
Pop-up girls without bubbles.
I'm weak.
You got Blossom and Buttercup, but Bubbles is the median.
Yeah, listen, okay,
Period.
like,
We need.
but they were asking where you been,
Yes.
child. They were asking where you been. They would not stop asking, honey. But like I said,
Okay.
you are here. So before we start with this show, if just say as much as you feel comfortable saying.
Look, at the end of the day, I'm an open book, okay? So, y'all, a few weeks ago, I have been really stressed due to work. Work has been stressing me out. I know y'all told me to lay low, but I just couldn't find balance. And I felt my cup getting empty at the point to I was so stressed out with everything that's going around me trying to push out stuff. And I actually had a mini stroke on the right side of my body. So I felt myself that evening like literally like I felt like I couldn't really gasp for air. I just saw myself like in a daze. Like I was getting in the daze and I was like, what the hell is going on? So I went to the emergency room and I was dehydrated as well. And my blood pressure was really high due to me just not eating what I need to be eating, not really taking care of myself. And, I just had the time to kind of sit down and be like, Josiah, you need to sit down somewhere just for a little bit, for a few months to get myself together. Because when it comes to my health, we have to put our bodies first. Our body is a temple. So it's like, do I allow myself stress to kind of take me out of here where I'm so stressed out, where I start having these medical conditions, trying to, do everything at once, be a brother, be a boyfriend, extending myself out for work, or do I just take the time back to sit back and just really work on myself? Find out what brings me joy, find out, like what can I do to physically, mentally, and spiritually get myself back together, because I was empty, y'all. I was empty, and it was to the point where that I feel like that mini stroke really made me kind of open up and be like, okay, I gotta fix this. So if that means, I love y'all down, but if it means taking just a couple of weeks or some months just away from YouTube to kind of get my physical, spiritual health together, I have to do that. And that's where I am now. So when I hit up Scotty and told them, I told Scotty and T immediately in our group text right after it happened. And I was like, guys, they're so supportive and they were so understanding. So just thank y'all, everybody, for your prayers, and it's greatly appreciated. So
Well, I'm glad that you said that because that okay, now that y'all heard it from him, that is the reason why we went so hard when people were making their own assumptions about
I left because I
why
gained
you were
weight.
gone. Right. That's the reason why we were going so hard, because we knew about the stroke. We knew about everything. And we didn't go into the stroke part because we wasn't sure if that was something that you wanted everybody to know. And I always said, if he comes back before the season is over with, then he can come up here and speak about it himself. That's the reason why we didn't really go into it like that. We just said that you needed your time away and you had a lot of stress going on, which me and T both knew that you were stressing because you would tell us that all the time. Of course, we talk all the time. So you was telling us about how stressed out you were, but we didn't really know how deep it really went until that day you sent us the message and you let us know what was going on. And that's why when we got up here, because listen, just because Josiah hasn't been up here with us, that doesn't mean that we haven't talked to Josiah, because we have still been in contact with him since. So
ain't no fallouts. I ain't just drastically leave.
None of that whatsoever, because people love the Saints. We don't fall out and stuff.
Finally left. They made him leave.
Right. We know Scotty and T kicked him out the group because they messy as hell. They kicked Polo Josiah out the group. That was not what happened. So that's why we were because we knew that when we came back and you wasn't here, we knew we would have to say why, but not really go into why you were gone. We said enough to pacify them. We wasn't gonna go into all your business like that because we didn't ask you to do all that. And I know you are open book, but nah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just a brotherhood and respect from you guys that I really appreciate, because my thing was, I actually sent Scotty. I was like, Scotty, I'm still healing right now. I don't know if I can finish off this panel. Let me take my picture off. He said, your picture is still gonna be on the thumbnail. I said, okay. And then I talked to him like last week, because I'm not back yet, you guys. I will be back doing the first quarter, like the first few episodes. I'll be back around the beginning of the Whether You Like or Not panel. And so I'm still on hiatus. However, I had to come through for my boys because I miss them and I miss y'all. Most importantly, I miss y'all, bro. I really do.
Look at T.
What?
But that's just the facts of it all. Like people were trying to make it seem like it was something else. He gained weight, that's why he can't be up here. Like, what the fuck?
I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah. I left because I got thick. Share.
When I say I cussed him out, I cussed him out.
Right, I was weak. I ain't even saying nothing.
I called him by name and everything. I cussed him out.
I know, that's why I was quiet, because you went the hell off twice.
No, because they didn't know what the hell they were talking about, and it was way more serious than that. You know what I mean? Because it was the fact that he said a stroke. A stroke is serious. So with us two knowing exactly what happened, and we got somebody making up stupid ass assumptions, it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? That's not what happened. So yeah, I went off on his ass because they needed it. So whatever, fuck them.
But I am good, you guys. I am taking care of my mental health. I'm in therapy every week. I am taking care of my physical health. I'm making sure I'm closing my Apple Ring and doing my little Apple Plus workouts. I'm changing up my diet. So things are going good. And baby, when I'm back, I'm coming out swinging out the gate like Mike Tyson.
But to let Scotty tell it, you eat like a rabbit round there. So I'm shocked.
I mean,
Scotty said he ain't had
cauliflower pizza and stuff.
Oh, please, y'all so
cauliflower pizza, celery sticks, carrots, those type of things. He already
y'all, Scotty saw a couple veggies in there and he didn't know how to add.
That's a couple too much for me, honey.
Because
Cause Josiah gonna tell me, you can go in there, you can go in the refrigerator, get whatever you want now. I'll go up in there because at first I didn't eat shit when I first got there because I didn't want to just go in his refrigerator. Even though we had that kind of relationship, I didn't want to go in his refrigerator. So I went in there. So after he said that, I was like, he said, you can go in there, get whatever you want. But I said, what the fuck am I can do? What can I do with this? I don't eat this shit. What am I doing with this?
Y'all, that's BS. Because let me tell y'all, it was fresh cut watermelon, pineapple, strawberries, berries in there. Like it was fruit haven. Fresh fruit, okay?
Oh wait, I am weak.
All I saw was cauliflower pizza, and I was done. That's all. But anyway, I am glad that he's here today, and I cannot wait until he's back completely. As of right now, before we're gonna start the show off at the 15-minute mark, but we just had to let the people know, what was going on. But not Jeremy saying he missed his favorite auntie panel. Oh my god, not us being the auntie panel, child.
You're not too far behind. You're not too far behind us, okay?
Not us being the auntie panel, but Josiah already working on like graphics and stuff for the Whether You Like It or Not panel for next month. He already working on that. We are beginning conversations about my 50K video. I know that I'm just at 43K. I'm like 7K away from it, but we already discussing it. But at this point, it's like I may as well plan it out right now here. But we talking about that. He's supposed to be producing it, and I trust him to do that. We're probably gonna talk more about it when we get done with this. And then, Boys Night Out coming August, September. So, we still got a long time before we get back to that. So, Josiah has been starting to work on a couple of things, but but when he come back, he coming back. I ain't gonna tell y'all everything he been doing since he been gone, but he been trying to perfect.
I will say this. Now, I've been in editing school. I've been teaching myself how to advance edit. So the graphics, the cinema, the vibes can be even even better.
Right. So he finna come back. He finna come back strong, honey. He finna come back strong. Okay. So that's all. That's it. So yes, our friend is good. We are so glad to have him here today. And we can't wait till he come back officially. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already trying to plan my next trip to Houston. So yeah.
We gotta talk about that.
but we have to go ahead and get this thing going now because we're about to go into 15 minutes. But Josiah ain't been on here for about 2 or 3 I think 2 episodes now. It's been about 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 or 3.
Y'all need y'all sweet, because you got sour and sassy. You needed a balance up here. Honestly, let me come on the panel and just balance y'all out.
Yes, okay. Patches, I was actually
together.
Oh, I can't wait. Patches, I was actually thinking about letting you narrate, but like I said, me and Josiah have not discussed it yet, but we definitely will be discussing it because I feel like
deep ass voice, hell yeah, you better narrate.
Listen, he got to, honey. Okay, I was thinking about that, but like I said, me and Josiah have not necessarily discussed it yet, but we will because I feel like now is the time for you to go on and start planning for the 50K video. It's gonna be something similar to my 25K video because Terrence and Josiah was a part of that.
And can I just say this before we start really quick, Scotty? First of all, let me give you your flowers. Child, I'm only been gone for YouTube for a few weeks and you already up to almost 44K.
Yes, I am, honey.
Y'all better get it.
Yes, child.
Right.
I see, friend. You type in Xscape, your name pops up. You in the top of the algorithm. So like a dictionary, child. You're like an encyclopedia, like R&B female groups.
Well, let's hope it keep going because LAMH started this week, child, and that's the devil for me and T. So let's just hope that we survive.
I'm getting Sister Mary. I'm getting Sister Catherine. All of them to pray against y'all. Put a holy prayer circle for all of y'all.
Yes, let's hope that we survive. Let's hope that we survive. It sucks that we won't be doing roast review on this show, but it is what it is, honey.
No, I prefer my mental health.
I don't want it.
Maybe Bill Collective or something, but
I
not
prefer my.
this. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And we don't even know about Bell Collective either. It depends on how the videos do. Hey, if they don't do shit, we ain't doing no roast review.
We can do a
You
test
better
run.
damn believe it.
Right, we can do a test run, but I don't know now. But yeah, Brie, I feel the same way. They said I am not ready for this show to come back on yet. Ain't nobody ready for it to come back on. And looking at that damn trailer and looking at the comments, child, I can already tell I'm not ready for that to come back. But
Me neither.
anyway, we're about to go ahead and get into the video, the show. Okay, so we're gonna open it up with the very first scene with Run Tasha. She's in the studio and she's recording her gospel album, and it sounds like an R&B album. It don't sound like no damn gospel album. Have you heard those songs she's been releasing? They all sound like R&B records, and they're not being serviced to gospel radio. Where they're being serviced to, Urban AC. Urban AC is the radio stations where they play the oldies and all the slow R&B songs that you hear. You know, that's where she's servicing her music at.
Like the adult, right? Like the
Yeah,
adult.
the adult stations. That's where
Okay.
she's sending her gospel music to. She's not sending her gospel to gospel radio. She's sending her gospel to the adult contemporary stations. And not only that,
I mean,
she's
yeah, but
what?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, they ain't listening to her around there either. So I mean, they don't. What difference does it make? They wouldn't listen to it in gospel. They not listening to it over there. Ain't nobody listening to it.
And not to mention, okay, not to mention that she's also promoting her gospel album on R&B stations as well, not gospel stations but urban stations. I guess she thinks that she's Mary and that, you know, it's the God in her and stuff. You know, I think she's thinking that she's
So
making that
where
kind of
is
music.
John P. Key when you need him?
Ah!
Where is John P. Key and Shirley Caesar and Mahalia Jackson and all of
Well,
them?
you
Where
know,
is they at?
she was just with Shirley Caesar doing her damn Forrest Gump runs she was doing you know, just last week. So, you know, you better run, Forrest, run, Forrest, run. That's what she was doing, honey. So, you know.
Wow.
She might need to go audition for the Mississippi Mass Choir because once this solo deal run out, that's probably about the only thing she can do. The Mississippi Mass Choir or GMWA around the Atlanta chapter. I don't know.
Baby,
Maybe.
Mississippi don't want her, honey.
Well, I was gonna say the reason why is getting put on so many adult stations is because she has an older vibe. Like she just have an R&B sound. When I think of gospel, I don't think of Latasha Scott.
But I mean, we barely think of Latasha Scott when it comes down to music in general, unless it's Xscape. So
you're right,
and it's barely that because I hear Candy and everything.
Right, because you mentioned Thug Holiday. I didn't even know that was a song until you
didn't know that song.
No,
that's a hood classic, child.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
Every time somebody died in the hood, we played that song, honey. Every time somebody died in the hood, we played that song.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm from the suburbans. I wonder.
Boy, bye.
Well, listen, I was brought up in the suburbans area, so we ain't.
Not both of y'all trying to claim y'all from suburbia, child. I guess I'm the only one that's.
I mean, I'm just saying, no shade, ain't nothing wrong with it. Most of my good girlfriends from the hood. Okay. All of my best relationships came from the hood. Ain't no shade.
I'm about to say y'all trying to do
Mississippi thing.
Baby, don't you make this a Mississippi thing now? Don't you make this a Mississippi thing now? Because it's Don't you do that, honey. Okay. I might be country, but I'm a little bit hood too. That's why I don't be addressing certain people and things these days because of that. What was I at though? So Tamika comes into Latifah's session, and as she's waiting on LaStilla, Rocky looks at Tamika and said, "What's going on, Meek?" Tamika ignores him. Like she acts like she don't even hear him talk to her. And when I tell you, I holler when she did that.
Yes, she should. Not only did you steal from me 10 years ago, but you stealing from me again, bitch. Yeah, I'm on her side. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Exactly. Okay. So then after that, La bank account decides to walk in
Ooh,
and
wee.
talk to Tamika, and they try to squash their beef. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's funny how they tried to squash it on the show and we see where they are now. You got low routing number going on certain interviews and
I'm with it.
talking about certain things, and now she's
Woe is
on
me.
woe is me. But then after Tamika dropped the receipts on her, now it's I miss my sister. I apologize. You got snot running down your nose on IG Live and shit. It's just like, girl, like,
Because you got dragged on social media. That's what that is.
right? You said what the proof and Tamika brought the tea, so now you mad.
Listen, we all gagging you, Latasha. Ain't no big deal, girl. I gagged you too. I made up a whole song about the situation, Tasha. It just is what it is. And I bet you my song could do a lot better than what your shit doing. I bet you that one. Let me go ahead and get on SoundCloud. I'm gonna do that tonight.
Listen, because I don't want to hear La 30K sing about the Lord when she's been
I'm
stealing
deceived.
people's routing numbers and stuff like that. Like, I don't need that. Like, I'm over it. Like, girl, La
Yeah, I
30K
agree.
can have a seat.
Like when I listen to gospel music, first of all, and look, we're human, okay? People make this like there are walls. I still love his music. I mean, yeah, like I don't care, but you can't be having such a nasty type of energy and spirit and they expect people to enjoy or and get the old Christian one. It's just not gonna happen because we seeing this whole situation play out. So now your reputation is even ruined more. Your legacy, honestly, is damn near gone. How you're actually acting and stealing this woman's money. Like y'all said, where Tamika money? So can somebody please provide the routing number?
Well, according to Tamika, Lataco also stole that record deal from
I'm
her too, because
possible.
that's supposed to have been the record deal for her and Lataco. But apparently, La Fajita took it from her and made it her own. So
Latasha, La Taco, La Fajita. Boy, you need to stop.
I'm just saying, Josiah, I'm not here for La Cauliflower at all. Like, at all. Like, I'm not
You
here
make
for
you
her.
making me craving some Mexican
Mm,
food.
mm,
Stop.
mm, mm, mm. Yeah,
But
me too. And I already got a headache. I ain't got
okay,
time.
make me go to Lupe Tortilla. That's the thing in Houston, if y'all don't know.
Is that where you took me?
No, that was La Creel. La Creel tacos.
I know this ain't got nothing to do with the show, T, but if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn when we called you that day, we told you what happened while we were there. They cannot stand to see. Every time I see two gay people together, they think that they're in a relationship. Because while me and Josiah were walking out, are you guys a couple? We like, no, we're just
It
best
was the
friends.
Hispanic woman. Oh my God! See, you better see how he talked to you when dating him. I said, we ain't dating, child. We friends.
Like,
Right.
girl, what?
That's my
Like,
best friend.
child,
And then
please.
he come, I said, no, that's my best friend, girl.
Like, are you serious? Like, girl,
Like,
like.
Child, they probably wanted to lay down with you. You know, sometimes they into stuff like that.
oh, that's
Listen, me and Jamar, even with Jamar wearing makeup and lipstick and shit, women still be throwing their panties at him. So I mean, if we really wanted to have a woman, we could.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot
That-
of them, they into stuff like that. So, I mean,
listen, that's what people don't understand, honey. Like, if we really wanted to be with women, we really could be with women if we really wanted to. Okay, because all the women that flirt with me
yeah,
at
I
my
never
job,
understood that.
I'd be like,
Yeah, and I
girl.
never understood that. It be women that do that to me too. I'm like, girl, we want the same thing. Odds are we had the same thing last night. So why is you coming to me
I'm
with
like,
this
I'm like, do you
foolishness
have a
now?
son? Do you have a son? Do you have an uncle? Like,
Period.
somebody
You
like.
said
got a
in the
twin
chat
brother?
that
Maybe.
purses don't bump. I'm not no.
Well, Josiah doesn't have a purse.
Yeah, I don't have a purse, and I'm not.
Josiah doesn't
I
have
ain't
a
got no
purse.
purse either.
Josiah doesn't have a
I'm
purse.
not a bottle, so
He's not a bottom. Okay, I'm the one up here that don't know what I want to be. So I mean,
Hey, that's your business. At
oh,
34, they
we
ain't got
know
shit
what
because
you.
I know
We
what the
know
hell
what
I
you
want.
want. We know what you want. We
oh
know
yeah.
what you want. We know. We know. You tried to go to the other
Okay.
side of the fence and you ain't like it. So
Mm-mm.
you already told that story. You didn't like it.
Uh-uh.
So,
Nope, nope. Mm-mm. That was horrible.
but I did.
Y'all can keep it. Well, y'all got it. Y'all can keep it because I don't want
You know,
it.
this is
Okay, I'm fine where I'm at.
This is a boys' night out conversation.
It really is.
Gotta say this conversation for season 4, boys' night out.
August and September cannot get here fast enough. I cannot wait for these conversations, child. The looks on Maddie face and shit when we talk. Woo! I can't wait. Anyway, but you know, watching this, it's like this. Even if Latasha and Tamika actually do get back on a good note, it'll never be the same. But I don't see them getting past that. It went too far. It's all over social media. Then Latonka's husband talking about he got naked photos of Tamika. Like, how you think that's gonna pan out? It's not gonna pan out in a good way at all. It's not.
Now, right? Wasn't he in the same camp as R. Kelly? They move funny as hell. I wouldn't trust that man as far as I can throw him.
And not only that, JoJo, he allegedly was the manager that was allegedly, because this ain't my channel. So I'm just saying allegedly for Scotty channel's sake. But the word on the back porch he was okay. He was around there around that time, and he was responsible for bringing some. That's what they said. He was there when he got married to Aaliyah. That's what they said. So I mean,
I did see that. I definitely saw that. I saw somebody say that. Definitely.
So I mean, all of these narcissistic, sneaky things that he's doing, it don't shock me. All of the threatening, and he feel comfortable with threatening folk. It don't shock me.
But and making up lies.
But you done with it. You
don't even shock me.
You don't even plan your shit out. You play narcissist and you play devils. You play the demon, but you can't even move like one. Like you.
And then on top of that, it's like this. It's like this though. You sitting up here, what made you think that you could be comfortable enough to call Tasha? I gotta say Tasha K like Armand Wiggins. What made you think you could be comfortable with calling Tasha K and not have your conversation recorded? What? Like, you gotta be stupid. She recorded your dumb ass. You thought she was gonna use that for a story? Girl.
But meanwhile, you always think you're the smartest one in the room.
Right. Okay. She said she wanted to shout out. Shout out to I hope I say your name right. Edwina Kennedy. She says, I love all you guys, Scotty. Can you please shout me out, please? This is Edwina, your biggest supporter in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you. See, the people love us.
Edwina.
Other people got to say. But
I'm dead.
But whatever. But yeah, it's like, for me, it's like Rocky is dumb. Like, how you gonna sit up here and think like you in the blogs and then you gonna call Tasha K?
Listen, Rocky got the mind of a cupcake, so I'm not shocked. All right, like I say, he been doing this since the '90s, and he got away with it then, so he felt like he could get away with it now. You can't get away with it now, friend. All these hoes that came out about you, still coming out because another one came out.
Just like, right, and just like, and I paid $12 to get the extra tea for Tasha K. And I did was gonna pay them $12. But like DB said in the chat, Tasha K recorded that whole conversation and sent it to Candy. And now, from what I heard, there's some legal papers being filed, allegedly. Okay.
I heard that too. I did hear
Rocky,
that too.
Tasha K did tell you, Rocky, I don't think you should have did this. You made a mistake when you called me. She's sitting up here telling you you'd have made a mistake by calling her.
Clearly, he don't watch enough Tasha K.
Clearly.
And my thing is, what does he have against Todd? I don't blame Candy, because why you keep making these accusations about how her husband is sucking a trans peen? Like, where does that, like, it makes, like, why do you and Tasha continuously just want to just have the biggest issue with Candy? And Candy has made it perfectly clear. I ain't never did nothing to this girl. I was friends with Tamika. I came in a group and she just didn't like me. Like, that has always been Candy's thing. So it's like, I don't get it. I would love to get it so I can make sense of it, but I just don't.
Exactly.
I feel like that.
And your husband is doing the same thing.
A few years ago, probably ain't spoke about it publicly, but I feel like they got into it. like bad. Around that
Exactly.
first Xscape
You
reunion.
think so?
Their personalities are so different. Todd is straight to the point. Rocky is passive aggressive. I can see them niggas bumping heads. I mean, see them men.
Oh,
I'm sorry, bumping heads.
Rocky is a detriment to all Aquarius men out there. Oh my God, I hate
he's
these.
an Aquarius.
Yes, he is. Unfortunately, he
He has
is.
to be a
That
Cancer
makes a
moon.
lot of sense now.
Oh, bitch! Don't you even do that. Don't
Hmm.
you do that. I be wanting to
That
send y'all money,
conniving,
but
sneaky
I don't
stuff.
know. First of all, let's be 100% clear. I am not conniving. I'm very straightforward. And it might be that Taurus moon in me, but I'm very straightforward. If I don't like you, I don't like, let me say it like Nene. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And you know I don't like you if I don't like you. You know I don't.
Why he
Even
get so
though
triggered, y'all?
even though there's
Why?
some people, even though there's some people out there that really think that I like them and I don't. But I'm not gonna go there. However,
Ooh, you
it
messy.
is what it is.
This water is so good, guys. I have alkaline water. I'm drinking alkaline. I'm bougie.
But mm-mm, I'm tickled. But Rocky, yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out the attraction of Rocky because I just don't get it. The gag is I
Maybe she
didn't get
like
it with
rubbing
with Tasha back then. But I see why now. It all comes together. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
but
Now it
you do
makes
know
sense
that
why
bald
they
headed
together
men,
now.
no matter what,
Huh?
what shape, what size, what color you are, men who are bald headed, research shows that men who are bald headed gets 40% more play than men with hair because women like bald headed men and they like rubbing on their head like.
Now, now I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. What I think it is. What I think it is that I think Rocky may probably have looked like something back then, and Tasha probably won't used to that because she always talked about how he
She
builded her
said she
up
wasn't used to
and
that.
did this and did that, like so she won't used to none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. See, she was an easy target, and he used her for exactly what he needed to use her for, and he's still using her now to get put on. That's what all that was. He built her
Mm,
up and all of that to keep her around and make her feel special and make her feel indebted to him. So it just is what I mean, if we just gonna be honest, let's be honest. So whatever,
Well,
we can move on. I ain't got time.
I mean, I can see that. I'm not even gonna lie. I can see that.
No, because Tasha got a stank attitude now. Oh, I know she was hell on wheels
But, but she was
back in
probably
the
very,
90s. I know
but
she
she was
was.
probably very insecure about herself being, the big girl of the group back in the day.
but she
So
did say on Unsung that when she got with Rocky a little bit after that, he had her working out and stuff like that, and she started feeling more confident in herself after that. So I feel like that's the reason why she feel like she owes so much to him due to the fact that he had her working out, losing weight, made her feel better about herself and shit like that. So that may be why she goes so hard for Rocky. But Rocky gonna be the detriment of her if he's not already.
Mm-hmm.
So um, let's see. And a lot of people feel like he really wanted Candy and Natasha, and that's why he keeps coming for Candy all the time. Yeah.
Possible. And come
Uh,
up to Todd because he jealous that Todd got her.
yeah. Uh-huh. And there was a rumor out there that said that, Candy and Rocky dated, but Candy made sure on speak on it to deny that shit. She said, first of
Of
all,
course she did.
I did not date no damn Rocky. That's what she said.
You better not have. Like, ew.
Like, right, okay. So Tamika told her that she apologized to Gloria, which I mean, okay.
I wouldn't.
Um,
I wouldn't have. But okay.
mhm.
but they hugged it out or whatever, but we know that was only gonna last for a few minutes. Next up is SWV and Xscape. They started looking at dancers for the show. And apparently Taj is the best dancer in SWV. I believe it. And Tamika is
Yeah,
the best dancer in Xscape. I believe it. Her ass was 8
I
months
believe it.
pregnant, hopping around in the Love on My Mind video. So she the
Right.
best dancer. Candy is obviously the worst dancer because when they did their very first show they did, she let it be known that she couldn't dance. I can't dance either. So I,
I can't do this. So it's
you
all
know.
good. Like I thought that was such a fun scene when they was watching the dancers dance and then Taj was getting up there doing a little. I thought that was so cute. That was like a cute little breather for the mess that was about to happen the rest of the
Mm-hmm.
episode.
To be in fairness, can we really talk about dancing and escape? Because other than Love on My Mind, I really can't think of another time. I mean, the song that they did for the mask, I mean, they did a small little shimmy sham, but that wasn't nothing. And then Who Can I Run To was a small little shimmy sham, but that wasn't that neither. So I mean,
Yeah.
can we really put dancing and escape in the same?
They don't really dance. I'm not sure if they did any dancing and just kicking it. I'm not sure. It may have been a 1-2, 1-2, maybe. Because they don't have a lot
I
of
mean,
dance songs. A lot of their songs are not up tempo. Like they mainly have like mid tempo songs. And the one with the most tempo was Love on My Mind, if you're being honest. Because everything else was like, when you really think about it, because let's see, Just Kicking It was like a mid tempo.
hmm
Understanding was a ballad. Love on My Mind was a
hmm
up tempo, and Tonight was a ballad.
hmm
Then you go to the second album.
hmm
Feel So Good was a mid tempo. Who Can I Run To was a ballad. Can't Hang was
hmm
a mid tempo. Do You Want To was a ballad. Then you go
hmm
into Traces on My Lipstick, where you got The Arms of the One Who Loves You was a ballad. Um,
hmm
My Little Secret was like a mid tempo. It didn't require no dancing. And then Softest Place on Earth, it wasn't no ballad, but it was a mid tempo. You don't dance off that type of song. So it's kind of like,
Right.
yeah, they didn't really dance like that. So yeah, of course, SWV had more dance records than they did because they
hmm
had Right Here, the original Right Here that people tend to forget exists. That they
And
had
that's my
that.
jam.
I love it. They had that. They had Anything to Remix. They had You're the One. They had Can We, Someone. They had a
hmm
lot of up. Now that I think about it, SWV had a whole lot of up tempo records.
Yeah,
I don't
they.
know why I thought they had slower songs, but it's Xscape that had the slower catalog.
Yes.
It's SWV with all the up tempo songs. I'd never thought about it that way. I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, they the ones with all the club songs.
They got the club
Pretty
songs,
much.
and I was just dancing to that last night.
Like, listen, when I want to get crunk in the morning, I get in that car and be like, anything you wanna do, I am gonna try to, for my body's just
I'm gonna
for
just
you.
for you. Hey.
Da-da-da-da-da. That's my
Period.
shit.
Boy, you about to make me listen to some SW. I was listening to Escape this morning. Run in
Listen,
the arms who love you.
listen, I got an Xscape and SWV playlist on my phone. I need to send it to y'all, baby. I listen to that every day. Ever since that show came out, I've been listening to that one playlist every fucking day. I cannot stop listening to it. But yeah, but
Uh,
Taj was the best dancer though. Go ahead, JoJo.
I'm sorry, wait, Rand. This is random, but Latasha don't like singing this song. Running.
She don't.
What? That's
She
oh my
don't.
god! I love that song.
Tamika was the highlight for me in that song. Then
Right.
she was like, "My love is strong enough, strong enough to let him go." I'm like,
But
"Yes,
you know what? But she was trying
I'm
to.
dead.
I think Tasha was trying to do her little Whitney Houston. That sounded like a song that Whitney Houston would sing.
girl." Yeah, back then Diane Warren used to write out a dramatic
Oh,
pop ballads for
oh hell yeah,
everybody.
she did write
hmm
that song. I remember.
Yeah,
It makes sense. It makes
yeah,
sense.
cause she every ballad, if you wanted a pop ballad that was slow as hell and it was gonna show your vocal ability, go to Diane Warren, cause she's the one who brought you Unbreak My Heart. She the one
Yeah.
who brought
Yeah.
like what is
Brandy,
she?
have you ever? She wrote "Have You Ever."
Brandy, Have
Yeah.
You Ever?
For You I
She
Will by Monica.
Monica, yeah. She did a
That's
lot of those
right.
ballads.
Okay.
The
See,
one I
I
gave
know
my
Diane
heart to
wrote that,
for
honey.
Aaliyah. The one I gave my heart to for Aaliyah. She did that
Oh,
too.
that's not so, yes, that's right. Oh my gosh, she do be killing them slow jams, baby. Oh, she be killing them.
I wish she would have did a song with Tevin Campbell.
Oh yeah, Tevin Campbell would have got his Grammy.
Listen, I was actually watching him.
Ooh-wee.
That's what took me so long to get to the computer today when we was doing this, because I was watching his uncensored on TV1. He did an uncensored the other night, and I missed it, and I was trying to watch it. Y'all know I love me some Tevin Campbell. Oh
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
Yes,
Me
honey.
too.
Yes. It's good so far, but I haven't gotten all the way through because I want to know if he's going to address certain things that people were saying about him in the past. That's what
Mhm.
I'm trying to see because we don't know that much about him. So
We
um
don't.
so
We don't.
but that was a nice a fun dance scene. So get into Coco, Lily, and Taj. So they started discussing Lily's book, her erotic book. I can see Lily doing it. And I feel like if she
Hmm.
really wanted to take her books to the next level, she should get with Candy and Ty to produce a show. I don't know if y'all remember this show, and I had no business knowing about it myself, but they had a show on Oxygen that used to come on late at night called Bliss. And it was like this erotic, soft porn type of show that used to come on late at night on Oxygen. It was called Bliss. They used to have some of the episodes on YouTube, but they took them down. But I was like, if that would be a good look for Lily if she did something like that. I don't know, but I don't know where they will put that type of show at these days because they used to put that shit. There used to be BET Uncut, and then there used to be
Hmm.
real sex on on HBO and Showtime.
I didn't know Lily that was that freaky because I don't really know them. I didn't really know SWV like outside of their music and their songs. So when I'm hearing Lily talking all this nasty, I said, "Girl, was Lily that
Baby, if you
freaky?"
watch
Lily
that
is
very
a nasty freak.
if you watch that first reality show they had, baby, you would know.
Okay.
I
Yes.
didn't see the first
Lily
one.
is a nasty freak. She getting up here trying to act like she don't do nothing. Child boo.
Yeah, it's I love it. I love it. I love it though.
Me too.
So Taj basically tells them about the whole relevancy conversation that she had with Tamika. And they got Coco and Lily's goat. And in a way, I'm tired of this argument because I feel like the more we try to explain it, the more people still choose not to hear what we saying.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Um, yeah, I feel like the more we explain it, the more they don't hear us. And it's
Hmm.
like we're not downplaying SWV. I even use myself as an example the other night when I said SWV, we know they sold more records, they have more streams on Spotify. And it's mainly in part to their first album being so huge, and they had a lot of mainstream success when it boils down to I'm So Into You, Weak, and Right Here. Those were the records that carried them for a long time because those were their three biggest pop records. We have Xscape, who were not pop crossover artists. I think that with Traces on My Lipstick, they was about the crossover, but Solo Tasha wanted to go solo at that time, so she fucked it up for them. So it's kind of like, of course we know that SWV is the bigger group in regards to sales. But
Hmm.
in today's society, Escape is more visible and people are checking for Escape more so now than they did in the 90s. That is a fact. Because let's be honest here. I started my YouTube channel in the 2010s, straight up 2010.
Mhm.
My contemporaries were Bundy Blue, Ashley Miller, Forrest Rocks, The Scorpion Show, Justin J, and who else was like out around that time? Sweet Addictions TV, James Colwell, even Sean Bradley. All of those were my contemporaries. And I
Hmm.
fell to the wayside during that time. Me and Jamar both, we fell to the wayside while they were, rising. We were like Escape. We were to the background, we were the last in line. But in
Hmm.
2023, I'm right up there with them now.
Mhm.
If
Hmm.
you get what I'm saying, you feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm right up
Yeah.
there with them now. Like I'm able to rock with them now, even though I'm able to be in the same vicinity as like a Jamie That's Me or Mims who are, kind of new to the scene. You know what I mean? I'm still up there with the Roxes and the Ashleys. I'm not in the back of the line anymore. I'm at the front of the line now with them. So now Xscape is at the front of the line now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's kind of like, oh, 500K, not 500K. Oh my God. We got 500 people.
Child.
We got 500 people in the chat, honey. We halfway to 1K though. This would be hot if we had 1K for roast review. That would be hot.
That would be nice.
It would.
But
I mean,
go ahead, say it to you.
I get what you're saying, but I'm also not gonna sit over here and act like SWV was necessarily wrong in how they felt because of the way that Escape was coming off on a lot of situations. So I get SWV's feelings when it's just like, girl, we hear y'all, but relax. Cause like, we did a lot too. So don't try to come to us like, okay, so now that we're hot shit, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we would need y'all to do, and it's gonna be like this for us, and it's just gonna go like that. And I'm sorry, I may get some pullback. I don't care. We can't sit here and act like SWV doing times of this. I mean, Escape doing times of this shows did not sit over here and throw small little subtle digs and jabs of relevancy, or much like how, and I know I'm skipping, but much like how Tamika told Taj, well, I don't mind, letting other people outshine me or da 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 da. So, or be ahead of me in the forefront of me. So, you and your group members can do the same and da 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 da. It's just like, and I don't know. It just feels weird considering the fact that they sold more than them. So don't come to my face now trying to act as if you're somehow above or higher because two of y'all are on a reality show. I mean,
Uh,
that's cute, but that don't mean that we're necessarily here for your music.
But see, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I look at it like this. If it's okay for SWV to constantly say how many millions of records they sold more than Escape, then why is it a problem for Escape to say, well, we sold more tickets? Like, I feel like it's an ego trip on both ends, to be
It
honest. That's
is.
how I feel. I
It
feel like they
is.
both have ego trips right now. Like, one don't want to be outdone by the other. That's how it comes across to me. Like, you know, it's so like because a lot of people are blaming this whole thing just basing it off of what Escape said, but ain't nobody really saying nothing about the shit that SWV said either. So it could go both ways for me. Like we can't just sit up here and just be mad at Escape because they said something about followers, but at the same time
I mean,
SWV can throw up the fact that we sold this amount of records, we sold that amount of records, we sold
I
this
mean,
amount
but
of
they
records.
did. I mean,
Okay,
but they did. I mean, that's
they
that's that's
did.
that's that.
Okay, they did, but Escape did sell more tickets than them. So I mean, it's no lie
That's
on neither
facts too.
side. It's no lies
That's
on neither
that's
side.
that's facts too. Yeah, that's facts too. I'm not mad at it. It's just that everybody is trying to act as if SWV is crazy for feeling the way that they feeling, and I'm sorry, no, they're not, because I caught a lot of shade that Escape was giving,
Well,
and
I'm
that's
not
my
saying that
issue.
I'm not saying that they're crazy for feeling that way. I'm saying I see it from both ends. Like I'm not looking at it with a one-sided situation. Like I feel like it's shade on both sides, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
not just one side throwing the shade, they're both throwing it.
Yeah, like first of
Especially
all,
on Twitter.
I love both groups. Okay, I love
Right.
Escape and I love SWV. I think SWV had the bangers, they had the hits, and Escape had, it's just like a vibe. Like if you lived throughout the '90s, like you love Escape and SWV. They're kind of in the same category. I get with the record sales, and then now with Escape being more popular, being on reality TV shows, but really, like both of them could. I feel like they could have worked it out. They
I
both
feel
could
the
have.
same way. The only problem that I got with this whole thing is this right here. People are trying to make. I hate because when the show first came out, it was already a fan war before we even knew about the business
Yeah,
conversation
because it's
and all
happening in the
that.
chat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like it was already a fan war already. You already SWV the bigger group, SWV the bigger group, SWV the bigger group, but then you got people that are really overdoing it with the SWV shit, trying to make it seem like SWV was on the same level as fucking TLC and Vogue, and they were not on the same level as them. So SWV and Xscape are really right there together in the middle. It's just that SWV sold more records than Xscape. because SWV was able to get some pop success and Xscape did not. So they're sitting right there in the middle. The way I see it is you got TLC and Vogue at the top right here. In the middle, you got SWV and Xscape. And after the Xscape, you got Total 702. SWV right there in the middle. SWV and SK right there in the middle. They're both underrated acts. And on top of that, they were both sitting up there on Unsung on TV1, which is all about underrated acts. They're really the same. They're really in the same field, in the same
Yeah,
levels, to be honest. It's just that
pretty
SWV
much.
sold a little bit more.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
it's no shade to Xscape or nothing like that, or whatever the case may be. It's just and I do hate the fact that it has to get to this point. I do hope that it can get better, but like you say, both groups do got egos or whatever, and both groups got truths on their side, and whichever way you decide to go, you decide to go. But I mean, mm,
And on
I
top
ain't
of
on no
that,
side, but if I was.
but being that I'm from the South, I heard Escape a lot on the radio. So it's kind of like when I hear people say, well, we didn't listen to Escape or we didn't hear Escape on the radio. For me, being someone that grew up in the South and been in the South all my life, we heard Escape a lot down here. But we also heard SWV. But we heard Escape a lot
Yeah.
down here.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm just
I mean, look,
if I had
it
to,
it just hurts my heart because as a '90s kid, and then also somebody who loved both groups, it just hurts my heart to see them going back and forth like that. SWV, I feel like everybody knows both of them equally. Like even SWV, like they was on the games. I think it's called San Andreas or something like that game, that popular game that happened back in the like early 2000s, right? Like with y'all know what I'm talking about? With Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto.
Yeah, I know what you was talking about.
Yeah, they song was on, the radio, the '90s radio. So a lot of even like white nerd gamers started knowing who SWV is. Like, "Talking to you." That song was on the game. So a lot of people just, can we just all get along, Rodney King?
I
I
try
would
to
love for
stay.
everybody.
I try to stay out of this whole argument because I love both groups the same. So I really try not. It's not like I like
I
one
know
more than
you
the
hurt,
other. And if you
child. I know
do,
that hurts
Well,
your
I
heart.
do.
well, and
I
I
do.
understand
I
you
like
do.
Escape, but I
You
love
like SW
SWV.
you like SWV more than Escape, and I understand that.
Mhm.
But I like them both the same. So it's hard for me to even be in these conversations because I can see everything from a different side and on both sides. To be honest, that's just where I'm at with it, and I just don't like the whole fan wars and shit like that because it's like it reminds me of the Monica and Brandy fan wars. That's annoying too. So it's just like, ugh. You feel what I'm
I don't know, but
saying?
don't get upset, Xscape, because them people sold more albums than you did. It is what it is. You get more butts and seats, but not by your damn selves. But it is what it is. I like y'all just the same. You understand? It is what it is. Hey, whatever. You know.
Even though I do sometimes, have my shady jokes at SWV and call them Coco and the Pips. Sometimes I do say that, but whatever.
Hey, I wouldn't
I
get
mean,
mad at it
now I
too.
would. This is my personal experience. I always heard SWV first
Mm-hmm.
before Escape as I grow old. Because, I grew up Pentecostal. So my grandmama and my mama did not let me listen to any R&B music. Okay.
Yes, they really
Mm-hmm.
sell more than them.
Mississippi Mass Choir. But as I grew older and grew into my own person as learning R&B, it was, Escape was the first one with Weak. That was the first song I heard because I guess it was a top one, a number one hit. So I was like,
Right.
it was a little boxing video, and then I started learning more about them, and then Escape came like maybe like a year or two after. I learned Do You Want To and Who Can I Run To as the first songs. I didn't even know Just Kicking It until after.
What Do You Want To is the best song to be introduced to them to, 'cause that's my favorite Escape song, by the way.
Because I was in a relationship, child, thinking I'm in love in 10th grade. And I was like, oh, I found this in my
SWV sold
want
30
to
million. but was
Was
broken
broken
homes.
home.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, that can
probably,
happen
but
to
I mean,
anybody
that can
though.
happen to anybody. What's your point? So it's Tasha. Won't Tasha or Tamika, one of them had to move back with their mama because they was broken penny. It was probably Tasha ass, which is why she needed her sister's 30K.
It
So I
was
mean, we
Tasha.
can't use that. Oh,
It
you see
was
what I'm
Tasha.
saying? And Candy had to get on the show, but be clear, before Candy got up on the show, she'll tell you herself, her stuff won't like tight like that. And Tiny is who she is and had who she had because she was with Cliff in a grand hustle. So and it
Yeah,
helped her out a
because I
lot
mean,
too. So it's
the
like
music industry is not something that when you're in the music industry, you have to do things outside of music because when you done, when the record label releases you, when your group break up, all that other stuff, you have to find another way to make some money because I would tell you like this. Candy definitely said that when Escape was breaking up, she was running out of money at that moment. She had just bought a house. She was running out of money. And if she didn't write no scrubs with Tiny, she would be fucking broke.
The best
You know what I'm
decision.
saying? So she got the right music and got the right no scrubs and went on the right bills that same year and did all
right.
this other shit. So she had to jump out the box and do something else because the group wasn't there anymore. That was her livelihood. So she had to do something else. So it's kind of like you do have to have multiple streams of income in this
Hmm.
industry. Like that's why with us, like we do this and we make money doing it, but then we have a 9 to 5 job, even though people like to put down 9 to 5 jobs, like 9 to 5 jobs ain't shit. But we do this as creators and have 9 to 5 jobs due to the fact that shit, YouTube can be here today and it can be gone tomorrow.
Period.
And you never know how the money is going to be set up. Like today, like right now, I just came off my biggest month on YouTube after all these years, but I'm still working my 9 to 5.
Okay. Right. TLC sold 30 million. It went bankrupt. They damn show did.
And they were definitely broke, child.
Okay.
Then they sold 10 million off one album and they were still broke. So go figure. So yeah, you got to be smart about your situation. So we get into Tiny and Zonique. They started talking about the show in Orlando, and Tiny wished that Zonique was there. Then they started talking about Xscape having a booking and Tasha not being able to do the booking and how Tamika can sing Tasha's parts. Um, at this point, I just felt like this. Y'all knew what to do. Like, if Tasha don't
Hmm.
want to come, y'all better get y'all check whether she there or not.
Period.
Tamika can sing her parts. And if you look at those videos that they've been doing with just them three on tour, Tamika doing a swell job singing Latasha's parts.
I watched the video this morning.
Yeah, but we knew it.
And
We knew it.
a lot of people be sleep on Tamika because she be killing it with the vocals.
She do. She definitely do. So I mean, it is what it is. So it's like, how do y'all feel? Because me and Reggie had this conversation earlier today when we was on the phone, and he was like, although I can't stand Tasha, when I see Escape, I want to see all four members. And I told him, I agree because I love Escape, and I would definitely want to see all four. But if Tasha don't want to act right, then
Right.
she
I
can
mean,
go.
Goodbye.
at the end of the day, like I remember Candy saying, talking to the girls about filming this reality show, and she said, "Baby, like we all got to be make sure we in it because if I'm in it, y'all got to make sure y'all in it because Candy really don't need Escape. She's doing this for the fans and for her girls. Tasha just showed her ass this season. It's just so unfortunate. Like we don't really need you in the group. Like yes, you are needed in the group because you were like, I guess you played a lot of lead singles, but at the same time, the girls are doing fine just without you. And it's like history is repeating itself from 1998. Years later, you still doing the same BS. You can go somewhere with that
Right.
bad, nasty ass attitude. If I had a group member
Right.
acting like that, just believe, bye, girl. We can find if we need to. We'll find you.
Well, there's no Latashas in this group, so.
Period.
Imagine us all getting. Imagine somebody on a whether you like or not panel. I don't know. I mean, I'm the star of the panel. They like me though. I just don't know if I can do this. Like I need most of the cup.
I'd be like, you can go.
No, you right? Will they be up here on the ground? No, they wouldn't.
You can go. That's how I'll be like, you can go. Like for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me see. Where is it? Why don't y'all talk about how Candy refused to sing with the group but wanted to and got paid? Just a question. When did that even happen? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What
They,
happened?
they said, why don't y'all talk about when Candy refused to sing with the group but wanted to and got paid? I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the hell they talking about.
I don't either.
Like the only thing that
No
I can
shade.
think about them saying is when she didn't want to return to the group at the beginning. Oh, she got paid. Oh, they talking about when she didn't do the show because she had COVID and still got paid. Why do we need to talk about that? They the one who decided to
Oh
pay
yeah, why we
her.
need to talk about that? Yeah, I can't do nothing about that, and I ain't mad with it. Hey.
What I'm talking about, am I supposed to be mad about that? Like they paid
Yeah,
her. Like, they all
yeah,
agreed to
I
be
can't do nothing about
paid.
that.
So what am I supposed
Yeah,
to say? You
Right.
know what I'm
Candy got
saying?
free coin. I ain't mad with her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, hell, she had COVID. What you want me to do? It ain't like she ain't
Yeah,
show up because she ain't want to. She ain't show up because she was sick.
right.
She got, like somebody said, I got paid sick leave. That's what that was. I mean,
Yeah, basically.
am I supposed to be mad? Shit.
Right.
Only way we don't get paid when we doing our panels is if we don't host it that day.
Right. We get paid off on rotating who's hosting the panel.
Right. So
Right.
but at the same time though, it's like this. On any job, you get paid you get paid when you sick.
Yeah.
So
PTO. It's called PTO or sick days. Depending on
somebody
your
said, I'm talking about just refusing to do the show that happened. Well, I can't talk about nothing I don't know nothing about. So
I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know nothing about that. Let's see. So, oh, somebody else in the comments saying when. Everybody's saying when because don't nobody know what they talking about. But, child, okay. Anyway, so we got Lily and her sister, and Lily was talking about her sacrifice that she made for the kids, for her kids, like when she was dealing with SWV, she wasn't around for a lot of the things that went on with her kids. And then, she was talking about how Xscape feels like they're better than SWV. And so, do you guys think that Xscape thinks that they're better than SWV? Or do you think that once again it's an ego thing?
I don't think it's an ego thing.
well,
I feel like in some ways they think they're superior for now. That's what I would say. Now I'm not gonna say they think they necessarily better, but I feel like because of the climate that we in, they feel like they're the more superior group. Even though you know what I'm saying, they may have sold a record more than them or have the biggest record out of them or whatever the case may be. Like I say, I'm not because I understand that too. I get that from Escape. I get that. I do. I mean, because honestly speaking and truthfully speaking, Escape is more relevant in some situations, you know, in this climate. So I mean, I get that, but I just don't feel like it has to come to all of this. I mean,
It
it could just
doesn't.
be a simple sit down, you know, and everybody could just talk and get it off their chest. And then once everybody do that, and I feel like they could just woo-saw, hug it out, and then they could get the show on the road. That's what I want them to do.
let me tell
Yeah.
you something. Miss Coco and that attitude. Oh, why? First of all, Scotty and T, why didn't y'all tell me that Coco attitude was so damn nasty?
You
Oh,
didn't
I
know,
won't mad at the attitude.
child,
She got
Coco
a
been had
nasty
a nasty
attitude.
I
attitude.
didn't know
Sh-
SWV like that behind.
She
I didn't know her attitude was so nasty. Ooh.
she She got a nasty attitude, but I was here for her attitude. I'm sorry. When she sat down with Candy, I wasn't mad at her for speaking up for her group the same way Candy did. I wasn't
It
mad at it
it
because
goes
I
back. It's
understood
go
where Coco
see.
was coming from.
You see what I'm saying? It goes back to what I'm saying, what I've been saying. They're both doing the same thing. They both speaking
Yeah,
for their
I mean,
groups.
you're right.
They're not gonna agree. So it's like
Right.
it's no need to
So
pinpoint what they doing is what they doing the same thing. They're all
yeah,
doing the
it's the
same thing.
same thing. Like everybody wants to call out Coco, but Candy did the same thing. She spoke up for her group, and I won't mad at Candy for speaking up for her group. I said that then, and everybody gave Candy the same thing. Why Candy always got to have something to say? She greedy. She greedy. She don't even need them. Why she speaking for everybody? And I said, well, I'm not mad at her for speaking up for her group, especially because they didn't have a manager. And I'm saying the same thing for Coco. I'm not mad at Coco. I mean, because I feel the same way Coco do shit. So it's just, I
Not
mean,
somebody in the chat named Rocky's
You
concubine.
have two opinionated. Coco and Candy are both very two headstrong,
Yo.
opinionated women who has opinions. So when you bring what did Mona Scott say? When you bring two opinionated women, okay, Michelle and Rashida, in the same room, it's going to be sparks to explode. Okay.
Hey, really be shout out to you for calling out the bullshit. Go ahead, JoJo.
hey, oh, you so sick. Lord,
I'm
my
just
neck,
saying, they
my
both
back hurt.
opinionated as hell. They gonna say what they want to say. I said that country as hell, didn't I?
Listen, Coco's attitude is Coco's attitude, and ain't none of y'all gonna do nothing about Coco's attitude.
You got a
Coco had
Gemini
the
and a
same
Taurus.
attitude. Yeah, Coco had the same attitude since the 90s, girl. That ain't gonna change. Y'all mad about that? Who cares? Because she don't. She said what she said, and what she said was what she said, and it just is what it is. And I'm not much like same thing with Candy. What Candy said was what she said, and what she said was what she said, and that's just what it is. So it.
Okay, let me ask
I mean,
y'all. Let me ask y'all up here in the audience. Well, not the audience, but the subscribers. Is has Coco attitude always been that stick? And I'm the only one who don't
yes.
know.
Yes.
Coco
Yes,
attitude.
Coco
Yes.
has always had that attitude. Yes,
I
she's
thought she
from
was
Brooklyn.
an angel.
No, ma'am, she's from Brooklyn. She's always had that attitude. You ain't gonna say
Oh,
whatever you want to say to her. You ain't finna do her any way you think you
it's
finna do her.
giving,
You not
it's
gonna do none
giving
of that to
Steve
Coco.
Jones off of Dream Girls.
Child, Coco always been like that. That's why I don't have nothing to
Yeah.
say. That's always been Coco, child.
Oh
Always been
my!
Coco.
Oh
Oh,
my!
she from the Bronx, not Brooklyn. That's Taj from Brooklyn.
Oh, Bronx,
But either
Brooklyn, girl,
way,
it's the same dang
but either way.
thing.
I thought she was the sweetheart out the group.
Who?
Coco.
No.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
Taj is the sweet
I know
one.
her
Taj and
attitude.
Lily.
I know her attitude.
Yeah, Taj and Lily are the sweet ones in the group. It's not, it's Coco has always been
No,
no.
Taj is the sweet one. Lily can be nasty too, as we see.
Well, Lily ain't about the bullshit. Lily be ready to fight.
Period.
So, you
Jason
know.
Scotty hang with the shit.
Listen, I'm not with it at I'm not with the shit. I just keep my mouth shut so I don't have to be on the shit. Y'all too know.
And
Cause
everybody that's in the chat talk about something. Oh, well, Coco would have been dismissed, and Coco would have been. Girl, I guarantee y'all now, and y'all will get the same thing from Coco, the same look. Girl, I don't care.
Coco
You
said
gonna get
she
the
ain't had
same
her
look.
baby
Girl, I
ready.
don't care.
Coco ready to fight.
Right?
She
Coco be
said,
like, girl, I don't care.
I'm like, Coco, what you think? I'm ready to fight. I'm like, ooh,
right, that's
Period.
all she
calm
want to
down,
do.
calm down.
But
I love me some Coco.
yeah, even that, like it's even with the attitude, it don't even bother me. Let's see. I'm just saying. So Candy, Steve, and Coco, they go through the set list, and then this becomes this thing with weak or understanding being the one to close out the show. Love both records, but if you're gonna have something to close it with, you need to close it with weak.
Yes,
Period.
You
I
have to
agree.
close it with weak. You
I
have to.
agree. Yes, Week is the biggest single out of all the groups. Both of the
Yeah,
groups.
like weak has to be the one to close it. I know they said SWV should open up with anything, so I feel like this: if SWV needs to close with weak, Xscape should open it with just kicking it. Not no damn feel so good, not none of that shit. Open it up
Okay,
with just
question.
kicking
So
it in.
our girl feels so good. Who paid
Like,
attention to that record?
girl, like
Child.
Tasha be killing me
I don't
talking
know.
about opening up the song would feel so good. Like, girl,
It was people who was like SWV wanted both ways. They want to open and close the show and da 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 da. And I said, no, not really. I agree. I feel like just kicking it is just fine to
Yeah,
opening up the show with, and then
mm-hmm,
they can run it with anything. That's
absolutely,
fine.
mm-hmm.
Or
absolutely.
if they want the match just kicking it, they can do I'm So Into You or something like that. I mean, it ain't got to necessarily be anything, but they got songs that can match that. And
Yeah,
then the last part can be weak. And if you really want to get fancy smancy, Escape could come out there and then y'all could just all harmonize on weak. Boom, bam, there you go. Everybody happy and
period.
everybody had a chance to close.
But y'all, but let me say this though. I feel like that understanding is a mid-slow song. It don't need to be at the end of the set, period. If anything, oh my god, what's that slow song that they did on their first album? It's not understanding, but it's the other one with Candy
Tonight,
and Lee. Tonight needs to be at the end of the set.
I
Period.
love Tonight.
It
I'm
understanding
glad
need to
tonight.
be does not need to be at the ending yet closing. Tonight needs to be towards the end of the set of the
But
women.
you know, Understanding was a bit way bigger
But it
song
was a bit, yeah.
than Tonight. Because Tonight wasn't even no big record back then, unfortunately. I think people didn't appreciate Tonight then like they do now. I think that's what that is. But yeah, I do think that week should close it. Like,
Well,
you know
I'm
what I'm
sorry
saying?
y'all feel that way, but I mean, hey, I mean, understanding a week. I
Week.
mean, if y'all feel that way, then Escape should have went with somebody else. They should have got up. They should have did this with Total or Black or 3LW
Uh-uh.
or Dream,
Uh-uh.
because
Uh-uh,
y'all
T.
remember Dream or something like that. If y'all wanted
Uh-uh.
that, but they going
Uh-uh.
up against SWV, and I'm sorry. I mean, understanding or weak, I have to go with weak. No shade.
It will only
It
be
ain't got
hard
nothing
if
to
you
do with them being SWV.
it will only be hard if you said something like who can I run to versus weak, but even then it's still weak.
Even then, it's still weak. Now they could do who can I run to and then weak. I wouldn't mind that at the concert.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have no voice at the end of that. I have to say both of those. I'm pushing that. You understand? So I wouldn't mind that.
But I know because I've been to an Xscape concert, and I know that whenever they do concerts, they always close with understanding. So so it it makes that's why I'm like, okay, I understand why they want to make understand their last song. But from what I do know, SWV always closes with weak. It's kind of like, when you go to a concert, you kind of know what they're gonna close the show off with. Because when I went to
Hmm.
go see Fantasia a couple of months ago, I knew she was gonna close with When I See You. Like, girl, from the moment I got there, I'm like, she gonna close this shit with When I See You. I don't see her performing it at the beginning. I don't see her performing it in the middle. She gonna close this shit out with what is it? When I See You. When Monica closes her show, I never really know what she gonna close it off with, but from what I see, she
Right.
closes it off with So Gone a lot. She closes it with So Gone. So it'd be like, okay, and K Michelle, every concert she closes it with VSOP every time, which I understand it. That's our biggest
I
song. I
understand too.
understand it. So, so yeah. Um, but yeah, I think we all agree that Week should be the closer, not understanding. Um, Let me see. Sort of what? No, 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 no. We're going to the wrong. So Candy and Tiny, they talk about the fashions. Coco and Taj praise Jalen for going back to school. Um, and it's like when it come down. So what do you think about Jalen? Do you think he should stick to dental school and not focus on singing, or do you think he should focus on both?
Focus on school, but you don't have to necessarily stop singing either. You know what I'm saying? You can hit up the studio on the weekend or when you got downtime, but go to school, baby. Okay,
Mhm.
go to school, get your degree, get them good little letters behind your name because not everybody got that, including us black folk. We need more black dentistries out here. Go ahead and
Yeah.
get one. Open, get it in one of the little cute gay neighborhoods or whatever. See, it's ways you could go about this, Jalen. And I was with your mama and your AT. A singing dentist wouldn't be a bad thing. I wouldn't mind you singing while you working on my mouth. So, you know,
Yeah.
get your degree, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with it, Jalen. You making the best decision. I swear, you making the best decision.
Because it's kind of like this. Even if you do go into singing, you will have something to fall back on. Like if
Mm-hmm.
singing, don't work out, you can always be a dentist. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be like some of these girls. Like, I remember someone saying online that the girls from the group, one of the girls from the group, Moke and Steph, who sung the song "He's Mine," the one record that they
Mm-hmm.
had. Somebody said that they was working at Bank Plus.
See what I'm
One
saying?
one of them
Do
was
you
working
see
at
what I'm
Bank
saying?
Plus. I don't know
See,
how true that is though, but that's what
see,
I heard.
see. But it's probably true. Just like when Lily used to share how her coworkers would make fun of her, hearing their
Hmm.
song coming into the workplace and then seeing her, like stuff like that. And it's like it's too many examples out there, Jalen. Listen to your people, friend. Go on ahead and get them good letters behind your name. Can't nobody read you down with nothing. You got two careers to follow, child, please.
But another thing that someone said in the chat, which is interesting, we can touch on that. They said it's funny how people say that school isn't for everybody, but will force school on the next person. That's something to bring up. What do y'all think about that? Because me personally, I would say that school wasn't for me. That's why I didn't finish. School wasn't for me. I think I personally went to school to make my mother happy. My mother didn't force me to go. She told me if you don't want to go, you don't have to. But because I felt like I was a failure anyway, and the only reason why I felt that way is because I went from being a straight A student to being a student that was not doing well. Like I went from being straight A's on the roll, principal list on the roll, to being one of those students that would be happy if they had a D to pass. That's where I came into being. You know what I mean? And having to go to summer school and shit in high school. So and I still graduated high school. Don't get me wrong, I still graduated, but I barely got the chance to do that because I really wasn't focused because I had other things going on. So it's kind of like I wanted to, in a sense, I wanted to make things better. And I wanted to try to go to college so she could be happy about it because she was happy as hell when I graduated high school, even though in my
Mm-hmm.
mind, I barely made it there. But it's kind of like I said, okay, I know she would love for me to go to college, get my degree, whatever. But when I went there, it wasn't for me. So, that's why I feel like sometimes we should. That's why I say I'm an advocate for not forcing shit on people if they don't really want to do it. But at the same time, when it comes out to this music thing, I get why they doing that because, like, even with Taj, she eventually had to go and get her damn college degree after SWV was over with because she didn't have nothing else to turn to. So I think they're telling him to go to school based off their own experiences in the music industry because you can be hot one minute and then the next minute you ain't hot no more.
I will say this: school isn't for everybody. But I feel like with Jalen, he only didn't want to go because he just wanted to do music. That's a completely different thing versus I'm in school, I'm around the people, and yeah, it's just not for me. I can't concentrate, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's hard, it's this, is that, da 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 da. That I understand. But to not do it because well, I think this is gonna get me further. I understand. Like as a parent, I would feel the exact same way, especially if I already know my child. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? And the thing about school is it ain't supposed to be easy. It's not. That's why when you go to college, they treat you like a damn adult at 18 years old. It's a complete difference from when you in high school and when you step on them college gates. Completely different. They prepare you and teach you for stuff like that in life. So when people try to talk down on college, it irks me because it's like there's nothing wrong with having a degree or something in your pocket versus just a 9 to 5. Not that there's anything wrong with a 9 to 5. But a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times when you want to do stuff, a lot of them require you to have a bachelor's
A
degree,
college
an
degree.
associate's degree. Yeah, something like that. Hell, not even college. You could go to a trade school. I'm fine with that. You know,
And
and you could get
even
fired on a trade school.
and even today, some people, some jobs want more than a bachelor's degree these days. Some jobs actually want you to have a master's now. Like, it's
Right,
hard,
True.
right. If you want to get further up in the company that you with, a lot of them want that. Well, do you got a bachelor's? Do you got you got a doctorate? You got this, you got that. So it's like people look down on it or whatever the case may be, but in a lot of ways it definitely helps you out a lot in life. It does. So, and it could get you far in life. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody take your education away from you. That's one thing that people bust their ass for years. And they feel so accomplished with it. And that's something that none of them can take away. Go ahead and
but
go to school, folks.
But I think a lot of people be saying what they be saying because there are some people that have degrees and they don't even use them, or they find themselves having a hard time finding a job in their field, even though they went through all that time and all them years to get a degree. So I think that's what some people be coming from sometimes, but it don't be like that for everybody. So I see what you're saying. I
Yeah.
just know for me, it wasn't for me. But at the same time, doing what I'm doing ain't for me either.
And
You
see,
know, so it's like, and what I was going to school for was something that I actually wanted to do, which was journalism. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I went to school for. But I flunked out. I
I
didn't
don't
really
know.
drop. I didn't really drop
Listen,
out. I flunked out, child. So let me not.
well, listen, Jalen, this is coming from another black gay boy who went to college and got his degree. I'm proud of you, son. Stay in college and get your degree and come a nasty piece of dentist.
Rico
Okay?
Cassadine. Rico said, "Do what you want. Uncle Sam and Sally Mae gonna get her."
I'm sweet. He not gonna need that because Coco his mammy. Coco can finna pay for all that. Coco, Sally Mae ain't coming nowhere around the Coco house because Sally Mae the
Baby,
devil. Sally
listen,
Mae is the
Rico.
devil.
Listen, Rico. I am done paying Sally Mae. I ain't got no more student loans, honey. I've been paid off of mine.
Okay.
I'm done with my student loans.
Period.
Listen, it probably because I didn't stay in school that long, but I'm done with my damn student loans, child. I ain't got to pay them no more. I've been done for a couple of years now, so I'm done with my student loans. But let's get into the next thing. So they're going to the wardrobe fitting. I'm sorry. They discuss all the things that they want, like the pieces that they want, the colors. And then Tasha brings up the music thing, and then they start going back and forth about weak versus understanding. Todd said weak is the stronger song. It is the stronger song. It
Yes, it
is.
is.
Like I can't. I hate to say that, but it is. But no, it's not that I hate to say it because I
Everybody
love
knows the
both
song weak.
records. Huh?
Everyone knows the song
Yeah,
weak.
like when you put them next to each other, it's like weak understanding. Weak understanding. You're gonna always go with weak. You know what I'm saying? So yes, weak for the win, most definitely. Um, so after that, Lily says she refuses to be around anybody that downgrades them. I understand that because I don't want to be around nobody that downgrades me. But I don't think that's what they're doing. I think their approach of it is making them feel that way. I think because if you sit up in here and tell someone you're not relevant, then that make me feel like you downplaying me.
Yeah.
You know, even though I don't think that's their intent, but I guess it's the approach is the thing that makes it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing that makes it what it is. I think it's the approach of it all. That's what I believe it is. Because that's just like somebody telling one of us that we're not relevant on YouTube. Excuse me.
Child.
Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what I think about that. So Tasha claims that she over it, but girl, we over you.
Right.
Period.
Like we
Been
over
over you.
been over you, honey. So now we get into the last part of the show. And
Child.
it's
Child.
Xscape. They confront Latasha about Rocky dealing with the promoter getting kickbacks. And
This
Latasha said that it
shady.
wasn't true. And Tamika once again pulls out the receipts. Let's get into this conversation. Tamika always pulling out the receipts.
She
Listen,
always get
I'm
receipts.
gonna play devil's advocate,
Oh Lord.
and no, I am. I'm gonna play devil's advocate because this was brought to my attention, and you know what? We can't denounce it at this point.
Okay,
I
go
mean, we
ahead.
can speculate. Is it possible
Mm-hmm.
that Rocky has done and made transactions, business transactions, shady transactions, dealing with the girls in the group in the past, and Tasha didn't know about it?
That could
I
be. I
would
mean,
have that could be true.
And
true back in the day.
because of the fact of how we know how manipulative Rocky is and how strategically he goes about planning things, could it be possible that even with the messages that he has, making it seem as if Tasha knows about this, that, this, da 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 da, is if, and I'm only bringing it up because somebody brought it up to me, and I had to be like, I mean, maybe, but is it possible that this could be a situation where this was something that he cooked up and had going on and threw her name in there to satisfy the man to get the deal, but Tasha really don't know much about it, but she's gonna stand and stick by him, much like she said that she was gonna do in the interviews and the crying and all that stuff that she was doing? I'm just asking.
Mm. Mm.
He is a narcissist. He is a liar. He is a
Definitely.
cheat. So
Definitely.
it's like it could be possible that he's done things that she may not have known about. But then, and to the people that brought me that, I hear y'all with that. But then my thing goes. So why are you sticking behind him and you know that it's wrong? If you know that it's wrong and you know that it's shady, yeah, that's your husband, but these are your bandmates, and you knew them before you knew him. You had your
Mm-hmm.
sister before you knew him. Like you
Right.
like so it's like, yeah, it could be, but you standing up for him in his wrongness and you're not calling it out and you're not holding him responsible for it or holding him accountable. So it's like, even if you didn't know about it, the fact that you still just gonna stand by him anyway, it's still like a F you to them in a face.
Everything that she
To
do
me.
is a F you to their face. Everything she do is a F you to their face. But then again, just like Ty the C let me get this comment. Just like Ty the CEO said, she said in her live this weekend, she know everything. So it's kind of like she sits up here and she say she know every damn thing. So even though what you're saying could be definitely true, I can see why other people may think that she probably knew everything that went down because she claims she knows everything. But at the same time, she probably saying it to save face.
Much like how she went up there and said that her and Rocky got an open relationship, and then Rocky said, "No, we don't." So then you are a cheat,
Right.
and you are a liar. So that's why I say I hear what the people are saying. It's totally possible, but the fact that she's still just standing up beside him and so on and so forth, it is just like, ugh.
Rocky's concubine. Yes, we do. Who
Oh
is
shit.
this? Who
I
is
don't know,
this?
but I will say this though, Tasha. Once again, you got receipts in your face and you still want to sit up and look like a confused dog and talk about, well, are you going to believe this? Are you going to believe this? Yeah. Much like Candy said, that's his number. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I mean, you can't escape it, Tasha. And
The
then you want to sit
irony
up and call
escape.
him. Right. You can't escape it, Tasha. You made escape, but you can't escape this. Just like you couldn't escape that 30K. You can't escape it.
Mm-mm, definitely
Child,
can't escape it. She definitely can't escape it at all. And then even though she wants to escape it, she can't escape it. Period. Okay. But Rocky been doing underhanded stuff. Like he been doing that, and it's not gonna come. Like this is the worst time for this show to come out when you trying to put out a
Right,
damn gospel album.
right,
Like I can't wait
right.
to see
Just
these
it's just a
numbers.
timing for
But
me.
why did
Right.
why did the promoter send Candy that in the first place? I mean, was he expecting a payment from them or something, and he didn't get it, and so he reached out to because some I read somewhere where he said that that same promoter he threatened that promoter, and then that
Yeah.
promoter turned around and threatened him,
Thread him
and then
back.
Candy got the information. So
Right.
that promoter is messy. That promoter said, "Oh, bitch, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna do you one better."
Right. Okay. Period. Okay. That like that's what he
And
said.
it
Now
makes
we
sense
gonna get your ass. We gonna get your ass. Little do
because
you know we gonna get your ass.
I know you watched the speak on it.
I
Was
did.
Candy the one that said that this promote that the time the promoters talk about is the time where Candy had COVID, and that's why
Yes.
she wasn't there?
Yeah.
So she did confirm that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
ain't know if Candy said that or that's what people speculate.
Yeah. Yeah. She said that. So it's crazy, baby. It
So
like
more
it's crazy.
receipts do Tasha want?
Every time they accuse her of something, they have the receipts, and even when they have the receipts, she still says she don't know what they're talking about. It's like you ask
Like,
for the
girl, like it's
receipts.
just not smart.
Right. Like, how you gonna ask for some receipts and you get them and you still want to say, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about." You know what I'm saying? Girl, you know.
Lord have mercy. She cannot get it together. But I think somebody said that Motown Gospel still sticking with her though. Who
They
was
ain't
it?
got
Was it
no
Mims?
they ain't got no other choice but to do it. Hey, the album finna come out now. They ain't got no they done spent that money on them videos. They done spent that money sending the song to the radio. They may as well ride it through. Go on, put it out and don't do nothing else with it after you put it out. Cause it ain't gonna sell shit. If it do, I'm gonna be very
Yeah, I was just
surprised.
about to say. I would be truly surprised if it sells.
And just like they said, Motown got to make that money back. I hope they make it back, cause baby, I don't know who gonna buy this shit.
Right.
But we'll see. I'll be checking iTunes to see if anybody buys it and stuff. You know, I see. Cause she decided to use this show as a promotional tool for it. This was the wrong show to use.
It was the wrong show. You look dumb as hell on this show.
She really do.
That
She really do.
promoter is messy. But look at
As
God though. See, he did that right in the nick of time, right around this show was coming. And then look how that happened. See, Tasha, God don't like ugly.
and he ain't
The
too
God don't
shabby
like ugly.
about pretty either. So, honey, okay. Not y'all calling Latasha LaFadra.
Oh,
She is.
Not LaFadra.
I'm from Virginia.
Not
The
LaFadra. Oh my god.
Phaedra. I'm dead about that.
Oh my
And they kind
god.
of look alike when Phaedra first got on reality TV. They do kind of fake.
Ah! I cannot.
Mm-mm.
Well, let's before we go, y'all. Did y'all see that interview with the brat and how the brat was sitting up here going in all the time?
oh my god, I was gagging. You know, I
I
was.
gag.
Latasha was not playing with her nor Rocky. I was
I won't mad at Shantae for getting her together. That's why. That's another reason why I believe every word of it. Because here
right.
is another person that knew you way back then and talked about how stank your attitude was and how you was to Candy. So
Exactly.
everybody lying.
She was getting mad too. That was the funny part
She
about it.
was.
She was upset. Oh, she was upset. She was upset.
But did you hear the other news though on TMZ when they ran into Tamika? And
Yeah, I
Tamika
did a
said,
video about it.
"I got to do mine tomorrow, child. I'm not. I already know Mammy Wig ain't fooling with her. I already know that. I mean, and listen, at this point, Tamika,
Oh my god.
screw your sister, screw Mammy Wig, screw anybody who is getting down with that bullying, two-timing, backstabbing stuff that they got going on around there with you. Just deal with your daddy. That's why they don't like you.
Not Mammy
Just keep
Wee.
dealing with your daddy. That's why they don't like it.
Because the daddy didn't even know that Tasha was even married.
What?
That's what he said in that interview. He didn't even know she was married to Rocky.
He didn't know that he had a son-in-law with a baboon's ass for a face, and he ain't
Like
know.
he knew
Dear
they was
Lord,
he knew they was together, but he didn't know they were married.
dear Lord God Almighty, ain't that something? That's what, and then you know what? And I think that's another reason why she holds resentment to Tamika too, because and Tasha kept making it a point to say, when my daddy left, we was all we
Mm-hmm.
had, and she's get it. She's cool with her dad. See, I'm telling you. I think it got all of this is stemming from the fact that she still wants a relationship with her dad, and Tasha and Mammy G do not see it for the dad, and that's really what I think all of this stems from. I'm just gonna be honest.
Oh, he wasn't invited to the wedding. Oh
I'm
well.
telling you,
Either way.
I think it got something to do with that.
Mim's supposed to interview him again too, so we got to be on the lookout for that because Mim's interviewing him, child.
Child.
Latasha supposed to let me tell you, it goes right back to the Braxtons. Remember how they treated Tracy? And Tracy just so happened to
Mm-hmm.
be the only person that was close to the daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
Tamika in this situation is the one that's closest to the daddy.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I
Yep.
thought it
It's the
was.
same thing. And
Mhm.
Mama Evelyn used to act funny towards Tracy a lot too. And it was because of that. It was
Mhm.
because of that. Because she still held on to a lot of resentment for that day. You
Definitely
know what?
did.
This ain't even got nothing
Definitely.
to do with this,
This
but
ain't got nothing to do with the Braxtons. We might have to do a video about ourselves to talk about the Braxton
Yeah,
time.
I would love that.
yeah, but
That
mhm.
special, the
Yeah, we
Braxton
yes, we
history
should.
explored. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm willing to do that, honey, because baby, they treated Tracy like shit. Okay. Like, do y'all remember? I know this ain't got nothing to do with the show, but y'all remember that it was on the second season of the Braxtons and they was doing that group therapy thing. And Dr. Sherry was asking Tracy how she felt. And then Tracy beat on that tape. She said, I don't mean shit to y'all. That's how y'all make me feel. I don't mean shit to y'all. And I'm just like, you better let them know, Tracy.
Right.
It was pent up hurt and anger. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. But she
I
wasn't lying though. And
wasn't.
Tamika felt the same way.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We might need to do that,
I
child.
feel,
We could.
yeah. I feel bad for her. I feel real bad for her. Like she ain't even got her mama, her sister. All she got is her daddy and her husband. Well, hey,
That's probably all she needs at this point.
yeah, because you can't trust your mama or your sister.
And then on top
Because
of
it's
that, your sister's still with a thief that stole your money.
and your mama is still sitting here denying that it all happened. That's why I think that she got something to do with it. People trying to say they don't feel
Ah!
like Mama G got nothing to do with it. No, I still feel
Mammy
like
G.
they gave Mama G hush money.
Not hush
I
money.
do.
Oh my god.
I do. I still feel like they gave Mammy G hush money. I do. And she used that to buy some more god awful dead ass wigs and all of the
Not
rest of that
Mammy
stuff.
G.
That's really how I feel. Yeah, I do.
Every
I'm sorry,
time
y'all.
you call that lady Mammy G, I holla.
Cause I was saying,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Absolutely. That would have been good.
But hey,
yeah, Mama G donated 10K to the church. That was Tamika's money. I'm
she did
sorry.
donate 10. She did because I was watching a
Oh, I can
unsung.
see her donated shit to the church.
They Tamika said that when they did unsung on them years ago. She said that when they went to church one Sunday, she found out that the mama donated 10K to the church behind their back, and they had to take her name off the accounts.
Ooh, nah. Ooh, said that probably was her money. She felt guilty. So she said, you know what? I'm going to do it better. I'm going to sow it into the church. But look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mm
Mm-hmm.
hmm. Mm hmm.
God gonna throw
Child.
that money right back at you. You taking it the wrong, incorrect way. God don't like stealing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
It's saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost. Let me stop. Okay.
But y'all, that's about it. We had our peak was like 553. I believe we had like 553
This is
folks.
the highest right now. That's watching.
Yeah, this is the most we had since we've been doing this. So first of all, we just want to
Even the
thank
first
you.
one?
I believe because I think we've had did we have I think we did have this amount. I'm talking about since we started back for this one. This is the most we had, but I think when we was doing Portia, I think we had this amount plus maybe 600 folks was up in there too. So we had a lot of folks, but this one is definitely the highest rated one. Well, one of the highest rated ones because they didn't really care for what we had to say about LAMH child. But anyway.
Speaking of which,
oh Lord, go ahead, T.
I got my live already out for LAMH, so
Yes,
whoever
you
gonna
do,
come
child.
through, y'all come through or whatever. Yeah, we gonna see what happens, child. We gonna see how Saturday goes. Oh God Almighty!
Aren't you
Please tell me
happy?
you gonna laugh after me.
I'm not because I'm gonna be at the concert.
Damn, you leaving me
I'm gonna
by
be at the
myself?
concert.
Fine.
I'm gonna be at the concert Saturday. However, next week I'll be able to do it after you, but I'm gonna be at the concert, so I ain't gonna be able to do it this time. Aren't you excited?
People, you know what I was excited about seeing She by No Such Thing up there because she got
I
Tiffany all the way
was.
together.
She did. She did. She did. I don't know why Stormy cussed it out Kiki though.
Me too, because she went in,
Yeah,
and
she
so
went
did Miss
in on
Betty. When Miss Betty gave Melody what she could pick, girl, look, and you already know what happened.
They were
That's
mad.
all over YouTube now.
They was
Chat,
mad.
they
They were
already ready.
mad. They were mad.
Panther, are we doing a whether you like it or not panel for Real Housewives of Atlanta, which will be coming back on May the 8th?
Yes, honey. Yep. Yes, baby. So
there, I liked how you segue into that. Their intro was cute though. I like the little and I like the super trip. But speaking of which,
yes,
do y'all think they gonna do us how they always do us? Make the trailer look so good and then it be flat?
I hope not. I hope not because I heard Kenya say it was a lot of drama, and a lot of the time Kenya really don't be lying because she was the one who said that the reunion was flat before we even seen it. So if she said it was flat, then I don't know, but but we'll see
I
though.
want to see Candy headbutt somebody.
When she said I'm about to
see a
headbutt
Candy
this
do
bitch,
it.
when she said I'm about to headbutt this bitch, I'm like, ooh, season 6 Candy coming out. Ooh. Okay. Like,
Oh my God!
Worked since season 9.
Oh yeah, season 9. That's season 6 and season 9 Candy. When Candy was going in on Portia, like that was like, oh God. I'm like, oh, I watched that trailer so many times. And when she told Marlo, only reason why I'm crying is because I can't choke your ass, bitch. I'm like, oh, y'all gotta piss, baby. Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. But y'all, and another thing they said that Quad not coming back to Married to Medicine. I was actually anticipating seeing that.
Oh, she not coming back?
I'm glad she ain't had no storyline.
They brought back. They brought in Dr. G and his fiance, and she wanted more money. From what I heard, she wanted more money if they bringing them to the show, and I guess they didn't budge. So from what I heard, she got on honey. That's what I heard.
And I don't blame them. Like, girl, you ain't bring nothing last season. Why would we double your pay? Because your ex-husband and his new wife finna come up here. No, girl, stick around. If maybe had you stuck around, Quad, they might would have gave it to you had you stuck around.
Yeah,
And
like give
just
us
dealt with that.
a
That would
show.
have been real good.
Like give us
Baby,
a
that'd have been so
show.
messy.
I probably would have watched it, and I probably would have done reviews.
What Mariah said, you're not even married to medicine, my love.
You better get a chiropractor.
You still would have watched it, even though your favorite girl finna be up there with her new Dr. Man.
Who is my favorite girl, honey? Who?
Quadra, you know she up there.
Who?
Quadra, you know she up there.
Who?
You know
who
who
that is?
you still would have watched it.
I don't know who that is, honey.
With your homegirl up there. Hey, you would have reviewed it. Oh, Scotty, please
See?
review it.
T, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop
Please
playing
review it
with
so I can
me.
laugh. Please review it so I can
Cause you
laugh.
know I'm going to drag her every single time she come on the screen. Period. Cause you know I cannot stand Phaedra. I will drag her ass on every single scene. I would drag her. Did y'all see the Bill Collective sneak peek yet?
No, that's out.
They had like a whole 7 minute episode of it. Like I think that was like the season premiere they was showing. It was like 7 minutes of it but I don't know if they got the trailer out. They showed us like 7 minutes of the first episode. It was good too.
Where
Glenn's
was
still on it.
that? I ain't see it.
It was right. They had showed it right after the LAMH 100th
It's on
episode special
YouTube.
that they did. But somebody got it on YouTube though.
And then
I'm gonna watch
OMFG
it.
reality TV with Joey. He is on his.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got it too. But Glenn's still on the bullshit. And what's her name? Letitia still on the bullshit too. Like she ain't gonna take him back, and she know that she is. So, but we'll see. But I can't wait for Bill Collective, honey. I cannot wait for Bill Collective. I don't care what nobody say. Bill Collective is better than Love and Marriage Bill. I don't care what nobody say. I
It
enjoy
is.
Bill. I enjoy Bill Collective. I do not care what nobody got to say. Period. But okay, any last words, you guys, before we go? Because next week is the last episode of Roasted Review. We had fun doing this time.
So,
Yeah.
so fun fact. So I was supposed to be on the last episode, on episode
Yes, he was.
and pop up. But then I told Scotty, I said, Scotty, child, I'm supposed to be doing some rooftop thing for my birthday next weekend. So I won't be available on Tuesday. So I was like, let me come on this week and actually pop in and pop out,
Yes, it was amazing. You coming back. It
It
felt.
was refreshing.
It was.
I loved it.
Yes. Even though it would have been really, really good if you came on the last one, but we understand why you couldn't. But let them know when you're coming back to the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Because I don't know if you're coming back the first few weeks of it or not.
Yes. So I will be there. I will be returning back in mid-May, to halfway into May. So I will definitely be there before June the 1st. So if it means like I think for the first maybe 3 episodes, I'll probably be absent of the Ready Like or Not panel, but I'll be back full force and ready to rumble with everybody. But still, y'all, like even though I'm on break from here, I'm still kind of working behind the scenes and just getting everything together,
All right, T, what's your final words? Because next week it'll be on your platform.
Giselle Bryan slammed for using gay slur on podcast. What? I want to see what they talk about. I don't know what y'all talk about.
What?
Yeah, somebody just sent me this. I'm gonna send it to you in the thing. I'm gonna send it to
Okay.
you in the thing. Yeah, it's gonna be on my channel next week at. I guess I'll leave it at 8:30. Cause I get home from work. Yeah, it's gonna be on my channel next week at 8:30. Make sure y'all are there. I just told y'all about LAMH girl. Also, I might make SWV and Xscape alive since it's y'all know the final. When you gonna be home, Scotty?
I'm gonna be home in time for this show.
All
But I
right.
don't know if
So
I'm gonna
that's
go
the case.
live right. I don't know if I'm gonna go live right after it though, because of the whole speak on it and I don't know. Because
Well,
I didn't go live right after last week.
well, if you don't, I guess I'll go live for this at 9:15, and I keep it short because I don't know what it's really gonna give. So I'll probably just do that just for this. But other than that,
Mm-hmm.
don't really expect nothing from me, child. Because
Uh,
basketball wives is done because they
baby,
tied it through.
listen.
Grown and gospel. I am doing grown and gospel on Thursdays, and I'm also doing put a ring on it that comes on Fridays. I'm doing that as well. But yeah, basketball wives, it's finito. So y'all stop asking me.
I probably would never do. I probably would never review that shit again. Because I tried to watch the shit yesterday, And this whole Brandy and Duffy thing is stupid, but this ain't the show for that. Anyway, um, yeah, so as of now, the only show I'm reviewing is the Queens of R&B right now. That's the only one I want to do. I did say I was going to do Ultimate Girls Trip, but I'm trying. I can't get into it. Everybody else loves it, but I can't get into it for some reason. I can't get into it. I don't know why I can't, but I can't. But I will be reviewing LAMH, unfortunately. Um, and of course RHOA when it comes back out, and is that all that's coming back right now? I think that's it.
Yeah, I think
So
it is.
yeah. So I am not looking forward to LAMH. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to that. That just
Oh,
make
well,
my
Bessie,
damn.
that's all we got.
I know
That-
we're gonna be public enemy number. We're gonna be public enemy number one again, child. But anyway, and don't even ask us for no roast review on it because it ain't gonna happen. We ain't
Mm-mm.
doing it.
Forget it.
No, we
Mm-mm.
ain't. Y'all, cause y'all showed your ass last time we did it. No, we ain't doing it no more.
Giselle
But
used the F word. That's what they. That's I'm about to look up on it. That's what they
oh
said on page
Jesus.
6.
Oh Lord, she always doing something dumb. Anyway, you guys, we are up out of here until the last one next week, or it will be on T's page. We will see you guys then. And we'll be seeing Josiah again in mid to late May. And
Yep.
yes, as y'all can see, he is good. He's relaxed, great skin, nice clean beard, bitch. All that. So
Y'all make me blush over here.
so but I'll be seeing Josiah in a few weeks. Cause you know the Boss Baby Wars is coming up in a few weeks. I'll be there.
Oh yeah.
The girl,
So
Shout out
hopefully
to
I
Scotty and Jamar for their early wins. I'm claiming it early. They finna come home with some
yes,
trophies and
also
some
y'all
irons.
so boring. Y'all so boring and tired, but we
Yeah,
love
because y'all so boring and
y'all
attitude
so
and
boring. Nobody
non-eventful.
interested in y'all, but you want
Right.
to say shit.
You know, you irrelevant. Don't nobody know you like that. So, you
y'all
know.
Boring
are
Scotty by
mad.
nature TV. That's what we boring by nature TV. That's what we need to call him. Just boring.
Right, that's what we finna
He
call you.
push you. He
Because
push you.
that's what the folks saying.
But
I'm telling you.
anyway, y'all, we are up out of here. Until the next one, we'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.